All right, game on. Hi, Anna.
Hang on. Good morning.
Morning.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. This is going to be a funny episode. I have to say, I've been wanting to do one of these episodes, but I've been waiting for the right guest who
Oh,
understands and feels everything that we're going to be discussing, because it's both.
it really is both. Really is both.
We're going to be talking about traditional versus modern recipes and how people have pretty much fucked some dishes, let's just say, right?
That's right.
So Anna, do you want to just let everyone know, who are you? What do you do? And I want to know about this little TV show that you were on, because I feel a little bit starstruck. Tell me.
Who are we? That is the real question, isn't it? Well, I live in Sydney. I'm a mum of two. I've been married for 22 years and yet I'm only 25.
Benjamin Button, far out.
So my background, I'm an ex-recruiter, gave up my life as a career woman to be with my family and start a family. So with that, I guess, came a lot of creation and boredom, and which made me sort of stick to the kitchen quite a lot. So I discovered my love of tradition and cooking through that. So about 4 years ago, I appeared on a TV show called The Chef's Line. And that was fabulous exposure and opportunity. I was up against some chefs. I won 2 rounds and then I actually won the final episode as well, which is a massive compliment to tradition, I guess, because I really stuck to traditional recipes and the restaurants did all fancy. So that was lovely. And then Netflix picked it up for 2 years. So I was getting messages all around the world from different people about the food that I was cooking, which was fabulous. So that's me in a nutshell. And I lead a very modern, traditional life. So I'm at gay clubs on Saturday night, juxtaposition, and then I'm taking my kid to soccer and church and then making minestrone. So I'm a very nice mix of modern and traditional. So that's me in a nutshell.
I love it. Who were the chefs that you whipped asses?
So, well, it was a restaurant, a very prestigious restaurant apparently in Adelaide. I don't know much about the restaurant Adelaide scene, but it's Osteria Oggi. So they are very prominent in the Italian food space there. And his name was Andrew. So he owns quite a few restaurants in Adelaide. So it was a massive compliment.
That is amazing.
And it was his chefs that we beat along the way. So
of course. And what part of Italy are you from? Like, your background?
Yeah, both my family are Calabrese, so southern Italy. So
do you feel? I was going to say, I find Italian cooking very regional. Am I right or wrong? Like,
so regional.
Yes.
So regional.
It varies tremendously, and the nonnas are savage. Like, they are literally like, that's not right. My way's right. They don't do it right.
Absolutely. And the southern Italy is known for its peasant foods. They call it peasant food. So cucina povera, poor kitchen. So it's about using what they've got, which is why growing up, I was using my mum was cooking tripe and giblets and hearts, and you just knew what it was and you just couldn't stomach it. So I don't actually eat all that stuff.
Neither, yeah.
But that's what they grew up with. Where up in the north, they don't tend to use that as much. But offal is a massive part of Calabrian cooking, definitely.
And game meat. People don't realize how much Italians cook with game. Like goat is massive as well. I mean, I'm sure in parts of it, it's beautiful and done really, really well. And I reckon there are so many traditional recipes that I've just have lost it. Like, I don't know, out the window. And I think you and I bonded over spag bowl. Spag bowl.
Oh gosh, I hammered a friend of mine about the spag bowl because all of my Aussie friends call it spag bowl.
How does that make you feel? Like, just the term?
It's the wording. Firstly, it's or a palmy, a chicken palmy.
Oh, that's one as well. We didn't think of that.
So, firstly, it's the bastardization of the name, spag bowl. And then you have the people that use Dolmio, I will never get
Fuck that.
a sponsorship with. Fuck
Nah.
that.
Nah, we are
The
like
Dolmio jar.
fuck jar sauce people, honestly. And yeah, we'll get into that. But
I
yes.
think, you know, one of the things I've learned, like, I mean, there's Dolmio and they do the meat and they put it in. So spag bowl is a massive thing that people don't actually realize how easy it actually is. And I go out a lot, I restaurant a lot, but people don't actually realize how simple Italian cooking is. And the more simple it is, the more true to flavor it is, and the more authentic it actually tastes. And I'm all for an experience of a fusion, but some of the best restaurants in Sydney and the best recipes online are those that are just kept really simple. And I'm a self-proclaimed TikToker now. Like,
I know you're like famous. I feel like you should have rocked up here with a ball gown, because what was that recipe? Was it which one was it? The chicken?
Again, it was a simple chicken, what we call brodo. So it's a stock. And it got, I'm up to nearly 500,000 likes and
That's
views.
not normal.
It's a chicken in water. So
because it's easy. It's easy and it is tasty and it doesn't require 20 fucking steps.
This is what I've learned. This is what I've learned though. It's not easy for some. So you and I can cook and just sort of whip up something really quickly, but you forget that people haven't been exposed to that their whole life. So, you know, go the Dolmio, like, yay, but no. But you know, it can be simple, and it doesn't have to be anything that's in a jar. So yes, spag bowl's a big one.
And I think people often, this is a pattern that I've seen as well. So it's the time pour. I get the whole time pour and we're busy and we're working. I totally understand it. But what I try to say is, do you know what? Simplify it, because I guarantee that you could make a spag bowl or a bolognese sauce very simply and authentically, but forward think it. You're already going to the effort of making it, just double or triple batch it and freeze portions off. So that next week or whenever it is that you would have been resorting to a Dolmio's, that you don't need to, because you have a stash in your freezer ready to go. So I'm all for like forward thinking. And some people say, I hate my freezer. I hate it. And I'm like, you know, maybe for certain things, but I think for a sauce, I'm all for it. I think that it beats eating out of a jar. Like, that's just my perspective. I don't know.
Well, I totally agree with that. Like, I made over 2 kilos of meat and I own massive pots because
that's normal for us.
Massive pot.
Totally.
And I was given it to me. I was given
as a wedding gift,
a glory box through my engagement presents to my mum. Here, Bella, here's a pot for you to cook. Yeah, go fuck yourself. But yeah, so that's exactly what I did, because my boys are very active. We're out a lot. And so unfortunately, I'm not environmentally friendly, but I use the takeaway containers.
No, I know. Yep.
And I put them in the freezer, and it's a beautiful home cooked meal within how long does pasta cook? 9-10 minutes. So
exactly.
Or fresh pasta, 2 seconds. So that's my go-to, and I do make a big batch for that reason, because it's very easy to whip up something that's nutritious and yum in a minute.
And what are some things that we've seen people put in a spag bowl that we cringe? Because I'm going to straight up say I've seen corn being put in there. I don't understand. Like, I get, okay, look, part of me with fussy kids, I can understand some vegetables being grated finely in there.
I'm still perplexed about corn. Corn doesn't have a high nutritional value anyway, which is and
it's
quite
corn
bizarre.
out of a tin, so I don't see the purpose of it.
Who is this person?
I saw it on one of these, you know, there's like all these like food blogger people that, like, I think they're tapping into that whole, like, you know, try to put as much veggies and keep it easy for your kids and make it fun and enjoyable. But I'm like, kid ain't gonna eat it because it tastes like shit. Like,
not so fun. Not so fun.
And then I've seen also too much mince. Too much mince, where it's like a mince dish with a side of sauce.
Right. So my pet peeve of that, and I agree, is when they don't mix the sauce into the pasta. So it's tell me you do that. Do you do that?
What, I mix it all? No, I do mix it. Yeah.
So they put the white pasta and then they put the sauce on top.
No, I don't do that. No.
So you mix it.
I mix it. You have to.
They do make it. It should be a little bit watery too, because it gives it that yummy. But that's a pet peeve when people literally put the mountain of meat in the middle of the plate.
No, I don't do that. And do you use pork and veal mince? Like, is that your go-to, or beef? Like, because I use pork and veal.
I do use pork and veal. Sometimes I just use beef.
Yeah.
It just depends. It just depends.
Not turkey?
I've
Not turkey mince? No turkey mince? No?
Oh God, you're not going to judge me right now. I actually have done a chicken spag bowl.
Ooh. Says the lady who hates people. This is going to go so sideways.
When in Rome. No, I actually have done chicken before. I had a non-red meat eater over for dinner once. And
I
thought I'd do it. Actually, no, I didn't really. I just lied. But I did make chicken mince.
That's all you had. Budget was cut that week.
Look, I mixed it up a little bit. I put a bit of capsicum sauce in it too. Like you make your own capsicum. So it tasted really yummy and sweet.
No, it would have been nice. Yeah, I think it's where there's like random ingredients that's been slapped in there that really pisses me off, which then takes me into the next one, because I did ask our audience and I was like, shoot me guys, because I'm having a mind blank. Like, I've got a list, but I need some more. So, all right, I'm going to go with the lasagna. And to bechamel or not to bechamel? That is thy question.
I love a bechamel sauce. I do. My mum admittedly didn't really make it with a bechamel sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Italians really do make it with a bechamel
I
sauce.
tried to look this up. I tried to look this up and I couldn't see where it originated from being Italian. So I think this has just been kind of fused over time. Mum is from South America. So she was like, we do bechamel. We do bechamel. They put eggplant in layers. And I have seen some people, and I do this sometimes, don't kill me, okay, please. But I'm going to give you how I do it. And it's actually really, really nice, I must say. So I'll make usually a ragu. And then I will put some grilled eggplant in between each layer. And there are times that I have put boiled eggs. I don't know. Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah, like again, some people put ham as well.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Like mum tries to mix it up a little bit with putting ham but I do like the standard. I love eggplant though. That
I do. Yeah. And then on top, instead of the bechamel sauce, because we've got to watch the waste. I'm just joking. I don't give a shit about that. I whip fresh ricotta, not that shit out of a tub that looks like, spew. No, fresh ricotta. I whip it up with some nutmeg, pecorino, and shallots, and then I'll slather a layer of that.
Shallots? There's so much judgment, but that's okay. Shallots?
Shallots.
Shallots.
Green onion. What do you call spring onion?
She's Asian now too. Shallots.
It's actually really, really nice. No, it's really, really nice. One day I'm going to actually make it and make you eat it and just be like, yeah, bitch, you're loving that. But how do you do lasagna? You just keep it the OG, eh?
I do. And I make it quite watery. So it doesn't, like everyone talks about the crispy bits. There's no crispy bits in lasagna. You don't have crispy bits. So I think Donna hated the recipe, actually. I do love her, but she goes, oh, don't do that because you want the crispy bits. No, pasta is not crispy. You don't get crispy pasta. So you do have to actually make your sauce quite watery, more watery than a ragu when you make it in bolognese. I think that it's important to make it a lot more watery.
And fresh sheets. Sorry, I don't do that dried stuff. Do you do dried sheets?
No. Look, I would love to say I have the time to make them. But
you can buy fresh sheets. You don't have to buy the.
I always buy the fresh sheets. Yeah. But look, nothing tastes better than the fresh made yourself, because the fresh sheets still aren't. They still taste a little bit produced.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Processed.
Processed.
Yes. I have to say, today I put up a post and it was about the ravioli. I have to say the Rana brand is the La Familia, the Rana. They're pretty good. They are amazing. The 4 cheese, they're probably the closest. Yeah, I did. Sponsored, but I'm not sponsored. So you get a tag.
And this podcast sponsored by.
I wish. Find me now. All right, next one.
Love you, Latina.
Definitely not getting sponsored there. The next one that came through by Le Peuple was tiramisu. tiramisu.
Yeah, wow. This has been bastardized.
Don't deconstruct it. No, don't deconstruct. Like that to me pisses me off. I want to scoop that spoon and get every fucking layer into my mouth. I don't want a random dry biscuit part. No, not lemon meringue.
So
no.
Do you do the zabaglione, like the egg first? You do it that way.
And I use mascarpone as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you mix it with that. See,
not
a lot
cream
of people
cheese.
Not cream cheese. See, this is the thing. Some people use cream cheese, and some others I've heard have actually used just whipped cream.
Do they whip it themselves, or do they buy the bottle?
The thickened cream.
All right, tell me, how do you do it? Go on, just a breakdown, okay?
Well, that was one of my dishes on the chef's line that I won. I actually made the savoiardi biscuits myself. I did a lemon. Yes, see, I'm so fucking good. And recipes available on sbs.com, everybody. Google it, Simon Tiramisu. No, I'm not.
No, you are being serious. I'm actually going to go rip it. Yeah.
Very famous. There's 3 published recipes. No, so I when I got tiramisu is probably one of the easiest Italian desserts to make as well, and it's quick, and you could do it ahead of time and put in. That's why it's not actually difficult to make. So I do the biscuits, I do masala and the espresso coffee, not instant coffee.
No, instant. Gross. And I use Frangelico too sometimes. Frangelico is actually quite nice if you don't.
Well, in this recipe that I used on the show, I actually did amaretto.
Oh, yum. Yep.
Yeah. But I do like Frangelico. Or you could even do Kahlua because it has that coffee.
Yeah. Like I think those kind of group, not vodka people, like.
No, well, no, we're not Russian. But so yeah, and I do the zabaglione and I mix the mascarpone as well, and that's how. So it can be quite a runny mixture if you don't get it right, but that's how I generally do it. And you don't need anything fancy. It's literally just cocoa or on the top. And
do you know what I put on top that you're gonna like? We're really not gonna be friends after this, are we? No.
Milo. You do Milo.
No, I don't fucking do Milo. I'm bougie. I don't do Milo. Sorry. I get a flake. I get a flake and I crumb the flake, and then I toast some nuts, so some hazelnuts and almonds.
I toast hazelnuts, good.
And I put it on top because I love the texture and I love the flavor, especially if I'm using Frangelico with the hazelnuts. Oh, really, really good. Actually, I think I got that inspo from Totti's. Yeah, because I think they do the nuts on top too.
See, that's a fave. That's one of the restaurants that sort of keep the menu quite simple.
Yeah, just basic. It's just like what sides do you want? Nice bread, get a nice fish that's simple, still authentic, tastes like fish and not, ruined and starts tasting like a rubber chicken. Yeah, keep it simple.
Gary Bale sponsor us.
The 50 people that are listening to this. All right. And that's going to go into, which you did a bit of research. I'm so proud. Like, I'm so honored to have you here, and you did research for my show, which goes into, do we pineapple on pizza or do we not pineapple?
So this has been a contention of mine for a really long time, because we have this issue. Who the fuck thought, oh, hey, I've got some chicken. Let's do apricots in there. Like apricot chicken.
Oh, no, I like it. No. I have a really good recipe. No, I do. I promise it is so delicious. I'm going to give you the recipe and you're going to make it. It's not like a sticky sauce thingy. It's very Moroccan-y, tagine-y. It's actually really nice. Don't drop off. I can feel your heart. Just pick it up off the floor next to your fucking
so we have after my research, we have the answer. The pineapple on pizza saga was fucked up. You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen, by a Greek. A Greek in Canada.
Every Italian listening to this is so happy.
Greek fucked up pineapple pizza. They did that. So
not from Hawaii.
Not from Hawaii. That's another research topic we need to look at. But so it was a Greek that has put fruit on pizza because it was a good idea to go, hey, let's chop up a pineapple and put it with ham. So no.
Anna,
So his name
I've
is
just
Sam.
lost
I'm
all
going
my
to email
Greek.
his family.
I've lost all my Greek audience in a matter of 2 seconds.
Oh, have they all dropped off?
No, I'm joking.
I
I'm
love
joking.
souvlaki. I love souvlaki.
Why don't they put
Zeus,
pineapple in souvlaki?
this is a point.
Yep. See, was this a sabotage? This is the question. Were they like, no one will know?
Just like the Asians reckon that they invented pasta.
Well, okay, but isn't China like an older country than Italy? So I don't know.
We reversed.
They were around before you.
I'm not very good at history. Yeah, maybe, but doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So pineapple on pizza, no. Apricot chicken, judgment.
Judge me until you try it. You're going to be licking your fingers. I'm going to ask your family if they liked it. And then you're going to bribe them and say, if you fucking tell her that it's nice, you are on the street. Your ass is on the street.
Okay. Well, send me the recipe and I'll dedicate that post to you.
I know. I'm going to convert you. I promise. No, but I know what you mean. It's like that jammy chutney. Oh, yeah. That was like, what was it? Sweet and sour. Like, remember Cantong? Do you remember Cantong when we grew up?
Oh, Mama's making Cantong. Doesn't take long for the word to get around. See, marketing. So good.
See what I mean? Full of shit. I don't even know. Like, I'm sure it's like full of sugar, but it reminds me of them because they had like apricot chicken. They would have had like sweet and sour, whatever. I don't know. What would you mix that with? I don't know. I don't even eat any of that.
So about a year and a half ago, Fox Sports approached me. They did a segment for one of their footy shows, and I had to recreate dishes from the 70s. So I made
wait, Australian dishes?
Yeah, like so apricot chicken was one of them. And I had all my mum's old plates. You know? Apricot chicken was one of them. Trifle was one of them. You know, jelly.
Oh my God,
because jelly and, you know, sponge cake's so great. Like, amazing too. There's judgment. So I had to recreate. So all those recipes stem from the 70s, where cooking, the migrants still hadn't come with their influence yet. They were still sort of penetrating their knowledge of food and produce and, you know, farming the land back then. They hadn't had that influence yet. So the dishes that I had to recreate were shocking.
Meat and three veg?
No, I had to do a jelly salad.
What?
So I did
Who posted this salad the other day that was so Australian, but I was like so Australian that I didn't even know. I was too busy like rolling like cockeyed. Carrot salad with raisins.
Sultanas. Yes.
Sultana?
Ew.
I mean, do we need to take a pause? Because that's just fucked.
No, I think I'm still getting over the Greeks about the pineapple pizza, but we can move on.
There's gonna be people asking for these facts, so you better save that file. But
I've got that. I've got it. Sam. His name's Sam. I've even got his name. I'm gonna look up.
Is he alive? Is he alive? No. Is that long?
No, because he might be dead because it was created in Canada in 1962.
A Canadian Greek.
Canopoulos.
He's probably like in, what is it, those protection services, like there's so fucking wanted, especially now after you post it. And this one is next, okay, because I've got 2 more to go, but there's a few. I mean, carbonara, but I haven't really seen, this was written in by a follower, but carbonara, have you seen carbonara sabotaged?
People don't do it with egg. A lot of people do carbonara with cream.
No.
Some people do carbonara with cream.
No.
I mean, there's boscaiola as well.
That's cream.
You know,
that's
cream. But boscaiola, people drench it. It's only it's only meant to be a smidgen, whereas people drench it in the actual.
And fresh pancetta. I use fresh pancetta. But you know, good quality bacon can be a substitute if you don't live near a deli. Remote people, but definitely don't use the flat pancetta because that's just like it'll get stuck in your teeth. Next one, seafood pasta with cheese. Actually, you said that. What the fuck? I'm shocked. I'm in shock about this. And is this when you say with cheese? Like, are we talking about shredded shit out of a bag?
Oh my God, someone did that once and I was judging. But no, I'm talking about even just Parmesan cheese, any Parmesan cheese on any pasta, any seafood pasta. So a marinara, a prawn pasta, anything. And I was shocked. You do not, it's a cardinal sin. And actually, it was funny when I did my TikTok, I don't know which one I did, but I get very interesting comments from people. And I
Oh
think
my
sent
God,
it to
I know
you.
this one. This one was like cheese on a meat sauce pasta. Was it something like
Yeah.
that? I'm like,
And there were people coming to my defense very quickly on that. It was quite amazing because, of course, where else would you put cheese?
and I think to myself, yeah, where does it belong if it doesn't go on that? It's very strange. Where were they from? Are they like, did you still bit of
Look, TikTok has a massive reach. I'm getting messages from all over the world, but I just found it very bizarre. And people's opinions they're so passionate about. I just loved seeing it, how it played out. And if it got nasty, I would have deleted. But no, definitely not. I think seafood has such a distinct flavour. We're putting cheese
doesn't really
can
go.
enhance a meat sauce or a plain sauce, but it doesn't go.
I have to admit, like, so my husband's family is from like the Puglia region, which they're like all for seafood, and I think they make dishes as well that's got like blue cheese stuffed in some seafood. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't hate it.
Well, look,
I think it's
you've
nice.
got
It's
Mornay
nice
as well.
Yeah,
You've got Mornay
not
as
out of a
well.
jar. Not out of a jar though, please, people. No.
Look, I don't love Mornay. I do think I'll eat it if someone gives me a lobster. Yeah, here's a lobster. Oh, yeah, I can't have a
Prefer
lobster.
garlic. Yeah, garlic and herb on a lobster is nicer. Yeah.
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 I just think the cheese does take away from the seafood flavour. And, you know, with good quality seafood produce, you don't want to take that flavour away.
Do you put cheese on top of your like minestrone soup?
See, again, this is what people are so confused. I put cheese on, I made a cannellini bean soup the other day. Yes. My brodo with my pastina. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that is signature. I think my mum didn't know this, right? And so when I would do it, she's like, why are you putting cheese? And I'm like, mum.
What some people don't get as well is that in minestrone or any soup, a lot of the true Italians put the rind of the
That's right. Yes,
in
I always say
actual,
that.
as they boil it to make it very cheesy. Now, if I'm really disappointed in my children. They don't eat Parmesan cheese. I'm not sure.
Are they your children? They can't be. They're definitely swapped in the hospital.
Might not be my husband. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
You're so not joking. You're not.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they don't like cheese, but they don't like cheese. But so I don't do the traditional rind in the production of my soup, but a lot of people do it.
Yep, I do it. There's actual name for it. Like it's a technical name. Which I feel like I should know by now, but it's like a fancy schmancy name that it actually,
I'll story later.
Yeah, it does something for it to balance the flavors. And so then we go into, this is you, because you challenged me and asked me, Legos paste for pizza sauce.
Oh my God, I can't believe you do that.
I don't. I've got an Aldi, the pizza sauce once to the rescue. Okay. I was making scrolls. And I didn't have time to make the sauce, to be quite honest. And to be honest, and my son was like,
"Do you cook the sauce?
I do cook the sauce. Usually, yes, when I do it, yes.
I used to, and then I met. He was so hot. I just wanted to have a conversation with him. But I met a beautiful Napoletano pizzaiolo, and he said to me, we just use passata.
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah.
So all I do, and sometimes I actually use the porpola. Like, so Mutti make this porpola, which is.
Can we just shout out to Mutti and like please sponsor us, because we rave on about we tag them everywhere. Like if you're going to buy passata or tin tomatoes, please buy that brand. It is amazing.
You can notice the difference in your sauce. I mean, I don't even look half the time what I'm buying, but I picked up, I'm sorry, Coles, but your Coles brand is shit. I picked up a Coles passata or a standard home brand passata. I made it, and you can really, really notice the quality and the difference.
Acidic.
It's terrible. So, but it's so easy to make a sauce. So all I do in the sauce is I cut up basil really finely, salt it, sugar, and a few cloves of garlic. And that's all I put in the passata.
Absolutely.
So, and that's your sauce. That's why the Lego paste is such a concentrate. It's so thick and it doesn't even taste like tomatoes. It needs to be cooked down. I used to actually cook my sauce though, like you did for pizza.
Because I just do it in bulk and then I can like use it for various things. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how, but to be honest, yeah, like you can definitely do that. And then this is the other debate, to add sugar or not to add sugar. Because like some are like, I'm like, yes, there needs to be a pinch because it balances a flavor. And a lot of people are like, no, you don't add sugar. I'm like, you're not adding half a fucking cup. You're adding a pinch.
They say that it balances the acidity because tomatoes can be quite acidic. So, and I really notice when I don't add the sugar because it's like about, you know, sweet and sour.
It's
Chinese.
balance.
Yep. It's a balance. So definitely sugar in a sauce, even if it's just a little bit.
I reckon that's, yeah, bang on. Do we have any others? Did you have any others? I had spag bowl, tiramisu, seafood. No, I think we covered it all. Fuck. How did we get that through so quick? That was quick.
Was it? Well, we talk a lot. I don't know how we did that really quickly. I just think in general, you know, as I said to you before, some of the best restaurants keep it really, really simple. And Italian cooking doesn't need to be hard, or any cooking doesn't need to be hard. Some of the best places I've visited in Italy was literally just a Napolitana sauce with pasta and, you know, a mortadella
it's good,
sandwich.
But it's good quality. This is the other thing. Like, and I always say, I'm like, you know what? I don't really, when I show up, I don't really talk about budgeting because I'm like, you're cooking from scratch. You're immediately saving money, right? So it's all about buying good quality ingredients because it makes a massive difference. And you are your engine. You are your motor. What you put in is what you're going to get out. So
one of my go-tos as well, something simple, which we grew up with as children. I hate it as a kid. Now I crave it as an adult, which is
the irony.
Pasta broccoli. Now my kids love it. I made it last night. I do it at least once a week to get the greens and the kids. When I actually made it for a friend of mine and she requests it.
I know.
It's literally 4 or 5 ingredients. She goes, I don't know what you do to it, but it just doesn't taste the same when I make it. She's full of shit. She just wants me to make it for her. But, you know, it's simple, but it's such a beautiful dish.
It is. It's actually, I think it's from Puglia where my husband, with the orchetti, like it's actually, from there. And they make their own, like, which is elephant ears. But so we add Italian sausage. You don't have to, like, I think your one is.
No, but they also do. Puglia do it with the anchovies, which tastes amazing.
See, I don't like necessarily anchovies like that, but it's people like, anchovies. I'm like, no. Like just the like slightest touch into a dish can transform it. I'm all for it. It tastes amazing.
It melts away. It's fabulous. I mean, I wouldn't make that so glam for the children.
No.
Because I do it with broccolini.
My friend does too, but I feel like sometimes it's a bit, I want to say texturally it's a bit tougher. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I prefer broccoli.
I do too.
And you got to use a stem. This is the other thing. Don't chop the stem away. Cut it off, trim it, and butcher it up and use it. Like I cry when I see people just like tossing it away.
The stem's the most beautiful part. I love the stem.
So it's all about keeping shit easy, forward thinking, freezing, building that freezer stash, buying good quality ingredients, keeping it easy. So I tend to overload flavor as well because you know what? My dad's from Syria. My mom is South American. So they're kind of like a lot of spices, a lot of herbs. So I tend to kind of fuse things and I don't keep it necessarily traditional, but I definitely like to take things next level, but in a way that goes the flavor, just experiment. So start off with just sticking to your basics and then you can experiment once you know what goes with what and not put fucking corn into a spaghetti, into a spag bowl.
Well, I even had a girlfriend go, she goes, how do you know which spices go together? It was a challenge for her. So to understand if basil goes with this. And I mix that family quite. I mean, I wouldn't put coriander in my.
No, coriander's a whole other ball game.
No, well, wouldn't put that in my bolognese, but the basil, the parsleys, they're a beautiful marriage. And I tend to put both of them in polpetti, in my meatballs.
Oh, yes, which is another thing that's been like completely bastardized. But we are going to go into what I asked all my guests this, and I've asked you before, and you've got so many good ones, but what is your can't be fucked go-to recipe that we can then share?
Well, look, buster broccoli is one of them. And I just did a reel on that last night because it's a one pot wonder. You throw everything in. So that's it. There's a few ingredients and the flavor in it is amazing. But one of my can't be fucked recipes is definitely my bolognese. So it does take the preparation initially once you get it all in the pot.
But triple batch it. Yeah. Make a big batch.
Absolutely.
Worthwhile.
So what did I do? I did about 2 kilos of meat, which is a lot. And 3 jars of passata, water, stock, celery, onion, garlic. I do a pinch of cinnamon. It just adds that little bit of extra.
Do you do carrot? Do you put a little bit of carrot in there?
I do carrot. They call that the sofrito. So the beginning of
exactly. That's the flavor, the base of everything that adds it.
For a lot of Italian cooking, actually. So I do that, and I do make a massive batch because, as I said, my boys are very active, and I go and I grab that. So my bolognese is my can't be fucked because it's gotten me out of strife many a times when I don't know what to cook.
Yeah, and also like if you have an unannounced visitor or someone just last minute, you've got something ready to go in the freezer, ready. Or if someone's had a baby that you know or is sick, you can just pop over and take something with you. So it's easy. It's really about forward thinking it. But I reckon that was a brilliant show. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's do another one.
Let's do another one. That's savage.
No, let's do it. Let's find Sam campaign.
Are you gonna print out posters and just like broadcast it all over TikTok now that you're famous? Now that you're famous, you need to give us a rundown on this TikTok business, because what the hell? You are like, yeah.
Look, I've posted since then, and some of them haven't done so well, but my pumpkin soup's got nearly 30,000 views.
Goes to show like the things that you think that won't be, like popular, blow up. And you're like, I was just standing there, like doing, like chopping, I don't know, an onion, and it's, going viral. And then other things where you're like, this is amazing. There's like 5 people that watch it.
That's the thing. And to be honest, I use TikTok as an editing app. I don't use it as like anything, but I literally, and I didn't even go into my page to have a look, and I never do. Because Instagram's my platform normally to share, and because I feel like you get a little bit more genuine interaction and more local interaction on Instagram. And so I logged on one day, and I looked at my page and went, what? 150,000 views. Literally went to bed, and it was at 300,000 views with 3,000 shares and 1,000 comments. Like, it was crazy. Insane. And it literally is chicken in water.
Goes to show.
So, and I made a cake the day before or 2 days before, which looked amazing. It was visually amazing, so pretty. It looked so great. The music was good. That barely got 1,000 likes. It's such a bizarre algorithm, and I'd love to learn more about how something goes viral. And it is, I spoke to you about this, about the hashtags. Hashtags are very important. And you can see when you hashtag something, how many hashtags are associated with different posts. So it says, Italian cooking, 3.5
It's
billion.
true. It's true. And I think people now more than ever are craving authenticity, right? Just people just keeping things basic, doable, likable, tasteable, edible. And it's I mean, from personal experience, just also being on Instagram, everything's about being strategic and intentional, but obviously in an authentic manner. And I'm like, I've even done my whole like social media posting strategy. Like, I've got it on my website as well, because it's all about forward thinking, planning shit, keeping it, intentional, and just doing things repeatedly by showing up. that whole consistency as well, like not just coming on social and being like random fucking, like, I mean, if you are, you know, a dog groomer and then coming on randomly and posting a picture of your tuna salad, like no one's going to give a fuck.
No,
You know,
well, that's exactly right.
we show up and we help and we serve and we do it because, you know, we really want to share our love and our passion for food, especially cooking from scratch and simplifying it for people, especially people who like it doesn't come to them naturally, as you said. But, you know, it goes to show that you build that relationship with people and build that trust and that like, and we're funny, we're approachable, you know.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're social, and social media is to be social. It's not to be like spammy and annoying all the time and in your face and, you know, like an encyclopedia. Some people are just so rigid on there, and I just think, listen,
You know, look, you know, I don't judge anyone for the content they put on Instagram. You know, if there's a photo of your ass or tits or
that's you, that's why.
oh shit, I forgot to delete that last night. No, but they're doing it for a reason. It's attention, validation, and you know, I had a group of fans, frenemies, that made comment about, oh, she goes out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and she posts all over Instagram. Like everyone's going to have an opinion, but I genuinely love sharing my experience of food. Whoever doesn't want to see it, unfollow.
100%. This is your home. Don't like it, leave.
Well, that's exactly right. And I think that everyone on social media has a journey and they're trying to tell a story. If you don't like that story and you don't want to see it, unfollow that person because, and you know, there's so many cringeworthy photos on Instagram. It's so shit. And I go, well, you look good, hon. You know, like, but they think that they do. They've posted it for a reason. And if you ever see me, I don't post photos of my own a lot, but if you ever see a photo post of me alone, I reckon I look fucking great. So that's why I posted it. Or I'll grab in a prop. They may not look so good, but I do. So, you know, it's, you know, I don't judge people using social media in that way. And I think that people that do need to take a hard look at themselves because everyone needs validation for something. And, you know, whether or not it's, yeah, fuck yeah, you killed that bolognese recipe, or you know what, you look really pretty in that dress, or hey, your ass looks really good in that jockstrap. You know, it's you know, it's their story. It's their story, and whatever platform you decide to serve it on, what platter is their business.
And the thing is, if someone's triggering you by what they've posted, and it could just be like, I think people need to ask themselves, you know, oh, this is getting deep, but but ask yourself, like, why am I being triggered?
How do we turn into this?
How do we turn into it? Yeah, but like, ask yourself.
It's that bitch with the bloody cheese on the seafood pasta. And Sam.
Ask yourself. I'm asking myself why the lady who added corn into a bolognese was triggering me. Like, I just don't. But yeah, no, I think you're right. And I think like each to their own, do your own thing. And, you know, just know there's a human behind that, you know, telephone that, you know, we're putting ourselves out there to, and like, because we want to help, we love to socialize, we want to add value and whatever. And so it's sometimes not easy. I mean, for us, we're like, yeah, whatever, we don't give a shit. But it's not easy for some people to put themselves out there and to really share everything and places they go, and you know what I mean, like pictures, sometimes personal stuff. And so for someone to walk in
tying it into our topic as well, you know, we're talking about modern versus traditional now. My family comes first, my kids, my husband, they never lack for anything. I'm very present. But I also have another life with friends. Now, I have a very large group of male friends who happen to like men. And I don't lead a traditional suburban housewife life. Do I go out to dinner with these men? Yes, I do. Do we go to a dance party and have a bit of fun? Yeah, we do. But I come home and I make breakfast, dinner, lunch, or everything for my family. They never want for anything. So I do it all. So it's
but you don't have to share
all of
that. You know, this is the thing. Like, we are sharing a lot. It seems that we are sharing, and you're sharing because your page is about food, where you go, where you eat. But that's 10% of your life. Do you know what I mean? And because you're not sharing the other 90 of you being that, you know, quote unquote traditional mum and wife, it doesn't mean that you're not doing it. you know.
Well, and that's why I choose not to share a lot of my children on
Same,
it. Like I do a story, I'll do whatever. But I quite
Privacy.
like, not even privacy. I quite like the judgment. Come at me, you know. It's but because they don't know me, they just see a perception of traditional or modern. But there's not other women that do what I do. They don't go out and hang out with gay men. But I wouldn't give up that community for the world. They give me a different life and a different perspective on people, views, social, everything. So yeah, tying it back into modern traditional, I'm
yin and yang. You're yin and yang.
That too. Well, yeah. But I think that I forgot what I was going to say. But it's open to perception. So, you know, far away.
I know. We're waiting for people to come in and judge our food. And I always say, this is not traditional. However, it's still fucking delicious. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much for your time. What a chat. That was great.
Deep. I'm actually thinking that the Greek consulate's going to come here soon.
I know. So if I can't tag you anymore, that means you've been like assassinated, held hostage in some cellar in Canada by the Greek soldiers.
I might go get Greek food now to repent. Does anyone know any good Greek food, Zeus?
No, I don't know about that. I heard no. Oh, hang on. There's a place down at Balmoral. I saw a girl post it last night.
Oh, I know. It's next to bottom of the harbour. I know which one you're talking about.
Is it good? Oh no. It looked great. I don't know.
No, it was good. It's very busy during summer. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I might just go have a souvlaki today in honour of Sam, probably the pineapple pizza.
And go put some pineapple on the souvlaki and see how they like it on a gyros.
I'm gonna ask.
A pineapple gyros.
Excuse me. Do you have pineapple on this? Do you have any pineapple to put on your souvlaki?
Wonder what the owner's going to say. No, that doesn't go. Say sorry, because Sam put it on our Italian pizza. Can you go find it?
In 1962. Do you know what? I'm going to Instagram that. If I go to a Greek restaurant, I'll Instagram it and I'll send it to you. I'll tag
him. Tag Sam. Tag Sam. Sam's
I think Sam's dead. I think Sam might be dead and he might not have Instagram. But
and his children have like changed their surname. They're suddenly Italian now. All right, let's stop this shit show before everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.